Hi, and welcome to the ultimate list of do's and don'ts when visiting Pattaya. Let's continue with our list. Don't forget that the Thais love their phones. From taking several hundred selfies each day to updating their social media profile pages, the Thais love spending as much time as possible on their phones. Whether they're at work, walking down the road, having a bite to eat, or even dancing at a nightclub, the chances are that they will probably have a phone in their hand. So if you're one of the many filthy little buggers that comes here to hump as much as your wallet will allow, do not be shocked to see your special friend busy taking a selfie, or playing games on her phone, whilst you are giving her the best 5 minutes of her life. I don't think they mean to be rude. It's just their unique Thainess. Don't forget that cash rules everything in Thailand. It's no secret that the people in most places around the world like money. However, the Thais really like money. Correction. They love money. If you have a surplus amount of cash to spend whilst you are here in the land of smiles, then you will be treated like a king. And here in Pattaya, you will live like a 2-week millionaire, as long as you don't misplace your wallet. You can literally get away with anything here as long as you have money. This is no joke. You can even run over a policeman and evade prosecution if you have enough brown envelopes full of cash to grease the right palms. The girls will treat you like the king of the world and let you do anything with them just as long as they get a taste of your cold hard cash. However, try not to flash too much of it around, as there are also a multitude of people who will try to relieve you of your cash by any means necessary. Try not to show too much flash. Wallets are picked, and gold chains are snatched off necks on a regular basis every day in Pattaya. If you are a victim of a crime like this, then you normally have 2 chances of retrieving your stolen items. Fat chance. And no chance. Do be prepared to witness some different On any given day, you can witness strange in a lot of places around the world, but parts of Asia can sometimes shock even the most worldly and experienced traveler. Thailand is home to some of the biggest freaks on the planet, and places like Pattaya are regularly bombarded by some of the kinkiest people on earth. So keep this in mind as you maneuver around the city, and try not to be too overwhelmed when you see, smell, or hear some very strange things. Some could be pleasing to you, some could be funny, but some could be so bizarre that they might scare the living shit out of you. So, have an open mind, and keep things in perspective. If you witness something that shocks you in some way, do understand the meaning of a bar fine. A bar fine is what you will have to pay if you wish to take a working girl employed by a bar away from her place of work. This money goes to the manager of the establishment to compensate for the absence of the worker you are leaving with. If you think this is a payment to keep your new lady happy, then think again. She will be expecting a separate payment for herself regardless of what you both do whilst you are away from the bar. Even if you pay for her meal at a restaurant, and take her to the cinema, she will still be expecting something for her time spent with you. Trust me, this place has some scandalous traditions. Don't fall for the taxi scams. Unlike in a lot of European cities, the Thailand taxis are extremely good value for money, when the fare for your journey is regulated by the digital meter. However, in Pattaya, the taxi drivers are notorious for not using the meter, but instead making up ridiculously inflated journey prices off the top of their head. This way they make more money off you and don't feel that they have to declare it for tax purposes. This can often be the cause of a major problem, especially if you know the standard price of the journey and realize that you are being ripped off. If they inform you of the price before you get into their cab, you can at least have the option of declining and walking away. But in a lot of cases, they will wait until you have reached your destination and then hit you with a greatly inflated price, at which point you will feel obligated to pay because they have already completed the journey. To avoid this situation, try to find a taxi that will use his meter. If this proves unfruitful, then agree on a pre-arranged price that you feel is fair for your journey. Never give them the money up front, as you are then left to their mercy if something happens and they kick you out before you reach your destination. Unfortunately, just like in a lot of places all over the world, some of these folks here are douchebags. Don't bring girls back to your hotel room without reception logging their identification. Most hotels have a policy that will allow you to bring back a special friend, as long as she shows her identification upon arrival. This is a wise practice, as if there is some kind of incident, she can be located a lot easier by the authorities if need be. However, this is not the case with all hotels, so check their policy upon arrival. Always keep in mind that some of these ladies of ill repute sometimes have their own agenda, and will try to steal your cash and valuables by drugging you once they are in your room. So always keep an eye on what you are drinking and never leave your drink out of sight. There are extreme circumstances where these ladies have laced their nipples with a formula that renders the recipient asleep after he sucks the juice off them. The last thing you want to be doing on your holiday is arguing with the hotel staff after you have been drugged and robbed. If this happens to you, even after you have seen this warning, then you are a sucker.